SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California. It's Week 10 of the NFL on EA Sports. Los Angeles Rams taking on Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today it's an NFC West battle between the Seattle Seahawks and the Los Angeles Rams. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And Charles, you look at this Rams team as they interplay. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game. So they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Seahawks, they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that 2nd win in a row.
The first down throw coming for Dalton. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Dalton's pass intended for
an incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
2nd and 10 at the 20.
Throwing again. Dalton. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on 3rd? He rifles one that's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin will pick. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Here come the Seahawks. Time for that offense and quarterback Russell Wilson to go to work.
Whenever you think about the Seattle Seahawks, one of the first things that pops to mind is how well they run the football and how much they like doing it. But you have to also look at how well Russell Wilson has played at the quarterback spot. Hasn't just been a game manager. Last year, over 4,100 yards passing, the 2nd most in his career. 31 touchdown passes and took care of the ball as well because he threw just 5 interceptions. If you need to open things up, Russell Wilson can get it done.
And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
Ball carrier.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and
from the gun, it's Wilson. And he finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well. And he's got it.
On 2nd down, high. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Carlos Hyde with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Seahawks have taken a first quarter lead. First quarter touchdown run. Remember, this coming on the heels of his NFC Offensive Player of the Week performance that was so great last week.
Did you feel the rumble all the way up here?
The big bodies up front.
Big bodies moving people, and him, of course, charging through those great holes that were created.
So off to a great start here. Maybe looking for award number 2, adding to the award that he won last week in the NFC. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And now it's blocked. And the Rams have got it. Look at the big man rumble. The 40. zone, and that's 2 points. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Going to run the sweep here. This is Cup. He's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Cooper Kupp, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Rams have taken the lead. Well, we've talked about it before. You know, this jet sweep, something a lot of teams like to run nowadays, and this one winds up in the end zone.
And it is all about creating different ways to get the ball in the hands of your playmakers. And wasn't it interesting that prior to this game, head coach told us, I saw this sitting in my chair watching a Tuesday night college game and decided to implement it myself.
And he's got it to make it now 9-6. 1 play, 2 plays, touchdown. That's all it took there. A very short and sweet drive that got him in the end zone. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Now Carlos Hyde gears up to take the field again. And you see his numbers from 100 yards then, and he's already hit pay dirt here once in this one.
We always talk about quarterbacks and receivers getting into rhythm, right? Really feeling good, finding each other downfield. I think running backs operate the same way. They can hit a good rhythm and a good stride, and he's carrying it over from last week.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat with a first down.
First play of the drive, a first down run. Well, that sets you up for whichever way you want to go. Do you come right back and run the football again because you've got them on their heels? Or do you play chess match with them, break tendency, and go play action and go for the big shot?
Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Hyde. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. First down, a run with Hyde. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. You're going to smother it, but a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
No gain on. One will be a 3rd and 4. On the play.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
And that will be incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
At the 10-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run it here with Brown. Brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 11 yards there, first down. They're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
And they'll get him down here at the 23. That catch good for only a couple. Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8.
At the 23-yard line.
Out of the gun, it's Dalton. That's going to be caught by Josh Reynolds. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here's Dalton. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
A 7-yard pickup.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. On 2nd down, it's Brown, and he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, it's almost a tendency breaker.
And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 50-yard line.
And possibly a false start. That's going to set him back 5 yards. And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. From the gun again to Henderson. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there. So from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8.
Brings up 3rd.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as a tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 25-yard line. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on them. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Now a carry for Brown. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. On the tackle that time, Bruce Irvin.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd and 9. Dalton. That's into the hands of Reynolds. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Here comes Reynolds as they try the jet sweep. He'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal. An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
They'll look to run with Henderson. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Darrell Henderson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Rams add on to their lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag.
Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Take it in the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25.
Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Being chased down left. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And the tight end Olsen, right side. That catch good for only a couple.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And Olsen over the middle. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 41-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
Tackle made at the...
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run. But for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. On 3rd down, Wilson. Left side complete to Lockett. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
A 50-yard attempt.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth.
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
16, Seahawks 6.
Offense about set to begin their next drive. He's in his zone, 2nd quarter, already closing in on a 100-yard game.
And that's the magic number for a running back. Anytime you get to that triple digits, that's all you're looking for. But he's got a chance to really exceed that in this one.
Yeah, he does. That's been the gold standard for a long time, hasn't it, that 100-yard mark?
It really has, and that never has to shift because it's in a game. It's a 1,000-yard mark. I'm wondering since we've gone from 12 to 14 to 16 games. Maybe we need to up that a little.
A good pickup there on first as a screen pass gets him 8 yards on the...
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Henderson will try to run for the first. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play. And that's going to lead him to 4th down.
Hecker on to punt for the Rams.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense. Linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Over the middle. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. From the shotgun, Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in a minute, but first, let's take a spin around the NFL and see what's going on here in week number 10. We'll get started down at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, and it's the Dolphins who are out in front in the second quarter. Jordan Howard with a touchdown run. From there, we fly north to Cleveland to check on the Browns at home at First Energy Stadium. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Houston Texans. 35-21, the final score. Lastly, let's get you to Charlotte, North Carolina. Check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Tampa Bay Bucks. 31-28, the final score. In the game you're watching has been the Red Rifle, Andy Dalton, who's led the way. His guys have the lead, as we'll hand it back over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. They'll contain him to just 4, second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. They'll run on first down. Hyde. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
44-yard line. Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
This throw complete. Wilson finding Lockett. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
23 yards.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10. Down at the 33. A 10th carry for Hyde. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter is a good running back dive play.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. He finds his running back, Hyde. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. A Third down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup.
Seattle.
Here's Hyde on the draw. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
But he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Carlos Hyde with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Seahawks have made this a one-score game.
Well, let the natural light of today reflect that he is now getting into the end zone 2 times.
Look at you. You little Ralph Waldo Emerson, is that his name?
No, I was just going with the meteorologist. Said it was a day game. I'm here.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Made at the 25-yard line.
Out come the Rams. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they reach this small lead. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent game, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Dalton here from the gun. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
For Josh Reynolds.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Out of the gun, they give to Henderson. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line.
Ball carrier.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Airing it out deep for Woods. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 42. He'll set up to throw. This one into the hands of Metcalf. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Throw complete to Dorsett. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
And the Seahawks.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a run with Hyde. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
1st down, Seahawks.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Looking middle, and that's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again.
1st down, Seattle.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. And back to the ground. Hyde. And he's he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. They run it again with Hyde. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Seahawks on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun, Wilson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
L.A. readies for its next possession. And we essentially have a brand-new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this 4th quarter. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Hey, I'm not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
On the handoff.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at their 49.
Again, it's Henderson. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. They keep it on the ground. Again, it's Brown. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
He was taken down by...
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They'll run on 3rd down with Brown. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st.
He's brought down.
This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the 1st down, close it out.
And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. He needed 2. He barely got back to the line of scrimmage. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Now Wilson on 1st down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let it pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
5 yards on the catch there brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
At the Rams' 46-yard line.
Another tote for the afternoon workhorse. It's high. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
The ball carrier.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And he's got Lockett. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
A gain of.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That'll pick up the first down for Seattle on a gain of 18.
First down.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the gun, a give to Hyde. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown.
Ball carrier.
A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks are going to take the lead. He's got the hat trick now of rushing touchdowns. Also has his team the advantage.
And I'm looking at it 2 ways here. If I'm on defense, I don't care what they do now. I commit as many people as it takes to slowing him down running the football. Even if they want to hit me over the top on play action, I just don't let him beat me that way anymore. And if I'm him, I'm in the huddle calling the plays myself. I don't care what play call comes in. I tell my quarterback, guess what? You're handing it to me again.
And if I'm the quarterback, I'm saying, okay, that sounds good, right?
Smart quarterback.
They defer to Brown to start the drive. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Right back to Brown. And he's got a first down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And it's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 22 yards there, a 1st down. On 1st down, Brown. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. On 3rd down, Brown. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
I'm a little surprised right here. They've got 3 timeouts left. The clock's running down, and they were using them. Those timeouts do you no good at home. Use them now.
They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Now the rookie 2nd-round pick. This is Cam Akers. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Cam Akers with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Sam Sloman now for the point after. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And the touchdown and PAT mean we are tied here in the final minute of play. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. Taken about 7 yards deep. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. They start the drive with Hyde. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. He looks underneath and he finds Hyde. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
Wilson's pass.
Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
He's forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
So the offense a little antsy. The flag comes out and a 5-yard penalty.
Offense.
The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
Wilson to throw. He lets it fly from Lockett. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Wilson. And caught left side, Olsen. And they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the 1st down. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Taken about 7 yards deep, and they will play it safe here and bring this one out to the 25. Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. He was short gain there to start overtime.
Almost a tester play, wasn't it? Wanted to see if the guys on defense were going to fit the gaps the correct way because we're in overtime. So it's not just physical tiredness out there, right? Mentally, are you still doing what you're supposed to do? And they were up to the task on that play.
And certainly fatigue on both sides of the football. 7 yards there and a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
Gain of 14.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
First down, a run with Hyde. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
And some nice running going to get him down close to a first down at the Rams 36. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down. So following the run by Hyde, here's 1st and 10. from the shotgun now. Here's an inside give. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. First down, Seattle on a pickup of 13.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
And the Rams are going to go ahead and take another timeout. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Dancing to his left. And they'll get this down to the 10. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
On first down, Wilson. And this will be caught. It's a touchdown. An absolute stunned silence here as they have come in and stolen this one in overtime.
Final score.
Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted, but how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for the Seahawks, the win gets them back over 500 at 5-4 on the year. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the Rams, their season is on life support somewhat now at 3-6. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.